Okay, folks, happy Friday to you. It's me, Mike, director and co-founder of Phuket Pals, back for another chit chat regarding the GED. Okay, so question that I get asked more than any other in my role as director of Phuket Pals is which is better, the IGCSE or the GED? Honestly, if I had a dollar for every time I have been asked that question, I would be walking around like, I don't know, the wealthiest man in the world. I'm being serious. I get that question maybe 4 or 5 times a week at least. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to shed some light on this issue that causes so much confusion among students and parents alike. Okay. And then also, I'll tell you a little bit about our online GED course, an intensive course, which is starting on the 8th of September. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video, okay? So let's have a think here. Look at these two people in the video. You see the guy scratching his head. Look at this girl. She is perplexed. Both of them are thinking the same thing. They're thinking, which is better, IGCSE or the GED? So we'll have a look at both of them here. We'll compare them for these particular features on the left, and then talk a little bit about it. And hopefully that kind of it gives you some idea about the difference between these two things. Okay. Now, one thing I often hear is either a parent or a student who has been, for example, doing IGCSE. Perhaps they're looking to switch, or maybe they didn't do as well as they thought they would do in their IGCSEs, or whatever reason. Um, they think about GED and have this preconception. They have this preconception that one, the GED isn't worth anything, which is absolute nonsense, and two, the GED cannot take you anywhere, which again is absolute nonsense. So just let me make those two things very clear from the beginning. GED is worth something. It's a grade 12 equivalency, US high school diploma, and it can take you places. It's accepted in over 90 countries, okay, and can get you into universities around the world. Not all, but neither can qualifications from the British curriculum, okay? IGCSE A level cannot get you into every single place you want to go to in the world either, okay? So we have to think about this. So let's look. Level UK IGCSE or GCSE is it's year 11 and 12, okay? And the GED is a high school diploma, grade 12 equivalent. Typical age, 14 to 16 with IGCSE. GED is, well, you can take it. You can take the GED at the age of 16 internationally. From my experience, I think starting your GED prep at 15 is acceptable, and taking the test at 16. I have seen countless students do this. That's fine. In IGCSE, you're doing 5 to 10 subjects. In GED, you're doing 4 core subjects of math, science, social studies, and English. Okay, the English is called Reasoning Through Language Arts, RLA. So don't let that confuse you as well. It is English, reading and writing with an essay, etc. The format of IGCSE, separate exam per subject. There's also a separate exam for each GED subject, but the GED is done on the computer, whereas the IGCSE is still done on paper. Both are in person. The IGCSE traditionally, in traditional educational settings, takes 2 years of study. Okay, the first year of IGCSE, you're kind of covering all of the syllabus, the vast majority of it, if not all of it. And then the second year of the study, you're kind of focusing on past exam papers and sharpening your exam taking skills. Okay. Now, something that many people don't really realize is you can do IGCSE in a year with full commitment. Here at Phuket Pals, we have homeschooled many students over the years to do IGCSE in 1 year, and it can be done. It can be done. It's a lot harder work, but it's not beyond the grasp of a capable, hardworking student. GED itself is more fast track. You can complete the GED in months, not years. Okay, so the GED is for people who are looking to get ahead and get ahead a little bit quicker than their peers. Okay, so yeah, when I say in months here, This depends on your academic background, okay? Like very high-flying students at the age of 16 might be able to pass their GED in a couple of months. For other students, it might take 10 months or 11 months, okay? So it just depends on your academic background. But GED is definitely a quicker deal for the vast majority of students. As I mentioned before, IGCSE is recognized in UK, Commonwealth, and international schools. The GED is recognized, as I said, in over 90 countries, okay, for university, for college entrance. Also, over 95% of of 95% of US colleges accept the GED for entrance. And in Thailand, 100% of colleges, universities accept the GED for entrance. So it's something to think about. So best for IGCSE is best for students pursuing traditional UK or European universities. These are the students who will go to Europe, will go to the UK for tertiary level, third level education. GED is best for students needing a quicker or more flexible, recognized high school credential. Okay, so GED is not lesser than these British qualifications. It's an alternative to these British qualifications. Let me repeat that. It's not a lesser qualification, okay? It's a grade 12 high school diploma, okay? High school diploma for the US. And it can take you places, okay? So there are many strengths of both sides. So with IGCSE, it has academic depth and subject specialization, okay? So with the IGCSE, students who do that up until the age of year 11, they'll start noticing the subjects they're excelling in. Then they can take these subjects in a more focused and advanced way at A level, advanced level, okay? And then they can go on to university in the UK or Europe with this. This is the traditional route. It's actually the route I took myself. But with the GED, it's more fast, more efficient, more flexible. Okay, but perfect for homeschool or tutoring, skills-based and practical, and recognized internationally as well. Okay, so if you're a student in traditional schooling and maybe you want to change, maybe the kind of traditional way of doing things, the uniform, the bells going off, the tight schedule, all of these things, it leaves you with very little flexibility in your life. Maybe you've got a dream to be a professional golfer, or you've got a dream to be a writer or something like this. Well, being in traditional high schooling like IGCSE, it leaves you very, very little time to focus on what you really are passionate about outside school. Whereas doing a GED, okay, doing a GED gives you flexibility. You don't have to be in school all day, okay? You can set up a flexible program that suits your lifestyle, okay? And as I said, at Phuket Pals in the past, we have had people who come to study in the morning intensively for a few hours. Then in the afternoon, they go and train for their sports career or whatever else it is, okay? Now, weaknesses, IGCSE, are long duration, okay, because it's 2 years, it's a big commitment, rigid structure, okay, it's a very rigid syllabus that has to be stuck to, and multiple exams. Yes, you're going to be doing many, many, many exams at the end of year 11. And the GED weakness are that, yes, there are some countries that don't recognize the GED for university entrance, but as I said, there are over 90 that do, including the US, Canada. Phuket Pals has partners that accept GED in Singapore, in Switzerland, in Germany, to name, and Thailand, just to name a few. Okay, so this is what IGCSE and GED is when you compare them. So hope that helps you a little bit. So which is better? Okay, just to kind of circle back round to the initial question of this talk. Which is better, IGCSE or GED? So my answer for this is, for many students today, the GED is the smarter, faster choice. Now, I'm not saying that IGCSE does not suit many students. It does. Many, many students excel on the IGCSE program, go on to A level, and then go on to university and highly successful careers. But there are some students that can fall through the cracks when it comes to things like this. There are some students who are struggling in their life at that point. Let's say year 10 or at IGCSE, and they need an alternative. Okay, they need an alternative. Maybe they're having some social issues. Maybe their parents are struggling with their finances. Maybe their business isn't doing as well. There are multiple reasons, and so many reasons I could give you why GED is a much better option for these kids. Okay, have a look here. Traditional schools are struggling to keep up. Today, students need fast, flexible, practical education. Now, this is kind of true. The post-COVID, well, let's go back before COVID. Before COVID, if I had asked a student to do an online study course, they would kind of look at you as if you got two heads. Same with parents. If you said to parents, let's do the course online, they would say, no, it has to be in person. Okay. COVID changed that. People were cooped up in their homes for a long time, and online learning became normal. It was normalized as a result of that period. Post COVID, with the new generation coming up, this digitally native generation, they are very, very comfortable, if not more comfortable, in my opinion, studying online than actually being in a traditional school. So here at Phuket Pals, we offer both options. We have our GED program, which we're still accepting students for. It runs for 3 terms, okay, and students do their GED diploma tests at the end of that. That's an in-house, in-person option. We also have online GED programs as well, like the one starting on September the 8th, next month. Okay, it'll be a 1-month intensive course. So if you're interested in that, get in touch and we can give you more details about that. So yeah, this generation, the new generation, this digitally native population, they are very, very, very keen on things to be quick, to be efficient, and to be they want to get to the end goal as quickly as possible. The idea of traditional schooling and that being the only option, those days are gone. There are more options, and the internet has opened those up for us. So let's have a look here. GED at Phuket Pals. What are you going to get if you do GED here? You're going to get fast track. You're going to finish your high school in months, not years. You get a globally recognized diploma. This opens the door to the US and university in over 90 countries. It's flexible and personalized, okay? So only 4 exams and perfect for modern learners or people who have other interests and want to supplement their core learning of the GED with other things outside, okay? You get skills that matter. So the GED focuses on problem solving and critical thinking, things like this, close reading skills, not memorization, okay? Memorization is something that is much more common in the traditional schooling system, but the GED focuses on, as I say, critical thinking, and memorization is not part of it at all. So this is education reimagined, in my opinion. This gives students the ability to control their own pathway, control what they do outside the classroom, use what's inside the GED classroom to kind of anchor them to the core skills that are needed for mathematics, for literacy, etc., and then explore other avenues outside the classroom. So it says here the GED isn't a diploma, it's quicker and a more flexible solution. So just let me repeat. I'm not saying that the IGCSE doesn't work for many, many students. It does, but it is not the only option available. There is an alternative pathway to higher education, and that is the GED at Phuket Pals. Okay, so here is, again, next month on the 8th of September, we'll be starting our GED course, an online GED course. So if you're interested in this, you can get in touch with us. Okay, you can send us a message on Facebook. You can send us a message on YouTube. You can call us, go to our website, just Google Phuket Pals, and you will find all the info on our website. Okay, so that's everything from me, Teacher Mike. I hope you enjoyed this talk today and have a good weekend. It is Friday, so yeah, enjoy yourself.